Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well. I apologize, man. I overslept a little bit. Happens. But still wanted to come on. It's the top of the fourth. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. But yeah, I do apologize that I did oversleep. We did a game this morning, and thought I had the alarm set, and it was not set. So I apologize about that. Joshua Palacios is on the mic for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The game is actually being played on Sportsnet Pittsburgh today. 1-0 Philadelphia. We're in the top of the fourth. There's one out, and the pitch. There's a foul ball over to Edmundo Sosa. But yeah, so I do apologize about that. JJ lives. I'm here. I'm here, baby. I'm here. What it do? What it do, baby? Yeah, welcome, JJ. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, sorry about that. Pitch, and there's a high fly ball hit out over towards deep center field, and on the run to make the catch will be the center fielder, and that is Palacios, as he's on the mic. It's JJ, it's all okay. Yep, we're good. We made it. We made it. Thanks for holding the fort down. Okay, so let's go to the here, and let's change this. I usually don't miss a stream. I'm usually not even late. Whoops. Where is it? Ugh. Where is this? I don't know. Oh, someone's calling me. Somebody was calling me. Okay, let's try this. That looks better. Good. This is better. Cool. Alright, let's put this up here. Yeah, apologize about that. I think that are they doing a pitching change? Is that what's going on right now? Cody Clemens is going to be up to bat here for the Phils. Let's mute this. Kepler got on with a walk. All right, so let's go to here. Nice. Phillies just have one run on a hit. And it was just a home run by Nick Castellanos. That's it. Other than that, they have not scored. Comes Clemens, and he pops up the first pitch. It's hit foul over towards the third base side, and out of play it goes. Christopher Sanchez went 3 innings. Also allowed 3 hits, 1 strikeout, and no runs. Welcome, JJ. Thanks for joining us. JJ's the man. Yeah, sorry about that. I do really apologize, guys. 0-1, and it's popped foul, and it hits the netting, and it's out of play. Clemens now 28 years old. Last year he had 5 homers with the Phillies and had 18 homers and a .219 average. 0-2 pitch to Cody. Another pop-up. It's another foul ball. And this time it goes over towards the third base side, and it's caught right on the little track there by Brian Hayes. And the inning is over. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Philadelphia. I want to take a look at some of these other scores. We got Miami and St. Louis tied up at 1 apiece. We got Minnesota winning 1-0 against the Detroit Tigers. That's in the top of the 4th. Minnesota leads at 1-0 against Detroit. Dude, you're not that far away from 5K. Keep streaming. Can't believe how fast you grew. What's the secret? I don't really have one, man. I really don't. Oh, it's all good, bro. We missed you. Yeah, I missed you guys too. I did. I missed you all too. For sure. Have you guys overslept for something? This is like the first time I've ever overslept for something on YouTube. And it came for my almost made it 1,000 times. Almost. Almost. Ay, ay. Phillies lead at 1-0 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Christopher Sanchez will pitch the bottom of the 4th inning. He's done a very good job so far, just mowing down hitters. And the pitch, it's taken for a ball, just a little bit outside. So it's Joey Bart who's up to bat. In the 1-0 pitch, it misses just barely inside for ball 2. Excuse me. Where's our sound effects? There they are. The 2-0 delivery. Another swing and a miss. Bum-ba-da-dum. Bart's 28 years old. Started off his career with the Giants. 2-1 pitch and a called strike 2. Played with the Giants from 2020 to 2023. And Sanchez throws a 96-mile-per-hour heater that's just fouled off. Won the Johnny Bench Award back in 2018 as the best collegiate catcher. And the Giants ended up choosing him with the 2nd overall pick of the 2018 draft. And he shoots this one out over to right field. It's a fair ball. And it'll go all the way over towards the right field corner. And Bart is going to be able to get aboard with an opposite field double. That is the first extra base hit allowed today by Christopher Sanchez. And it just left one hanging out there. Bart able to go the opposite way, kept his head down, put the ball on the barrel of the bat, and he's in scoring position. There's nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And now it's Andrew McCutchen, former Philly, coming up to bat for the Pirates. And he takes a strike on the upper third of the zone. No balls, one strike. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Sanchez stares back at second and now back to the plate, and the pitch is grounded. It takes a one-hopper over towards the mound. Sanchez turns, fires over to first base, and one away as the runner at second retreats over to the bag. Yankees have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth with runners on over at first and second and 2 outs. Wow, it feels so weird that I overslept. Feels so weird. Bottom of the fourth, and the next pitch is chopped over towards the right side. The second baseman has it, tosses it over to first, and there's 2 away, and Bart transfers over to third base. My wedding. They're funny. JJ the 5K, let's go, baby. All right, so the tying run's on over at third. Adam Frazier stares at a 97-mile-per-hour fastball that's in there for a strike. He is just firing with the fastball. He's hitting 96, 97 very consistently. The pitch. There's another 96-mile-per-hour fastball that Frazier can't catch up to. He's already down in the count, 0-2. Adam got the first hit off of Christopher Sanchez. It was back in the bottom of the second inning. 0-2 pitch. Goes with a changeup. And a good job by Garrett Stubbs to shuffle his feet and catch that. You get some rest, bro? Oh, I saw that you called the game this morning. Yep. That's why we were a little bit late. We overslept. Never happens up until yesterday, or up until today. 1-2 pitch. And that is high and inside for ball 2. The 49th pitch of the afternoon for Christopher Sanchez coming on up. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Just misses. So it was an 0-2 count. It's now a full count to Adam Frazier. Max, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate you. Drop that link down below, my friend. 3-2 pitch, and there's a broken bat. Ground ball over towards the first base bag, and it actually hit the bag. And by the time it came up, Cody Clemens caught it with his bare hand. Frazier didn't even run over to the bag, didn't even jog, and the inning comes to an end. So, Christopher Sanchez gets out of the jam, and we played 4 strong innings and head to the top of the 5th as it's 1-0 Philadelphia. JJ the 5K by opening day. Oh, dang, yeah, bro, it happens to all of us. He still made it in, though. Yeah. Well, I had to be consistent. You know. I'm exhausted today, man. I might take the day off myself, says Max. I took last night off, and I needed that. There was no way I was going to do the Sixers game last night. I needed to take the night off. But I'll be back at it with the Sixers tomorrow. Tonight I am going to be able to go to bed early. So that'll be good. That'll be very, very good. Let us know where you're tuning in from, folks. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Are you serious, Larry? Larry. Your name is seriously Larry. Are you serious? Oh, who's BG? Brandon Graham. What a Sixers game last night, though. Yeah. That was a thriller of a game. It was a heck of a game. An Eagle, yeah. Defensive end. Played his whole career here. And he announced his retirement. I even missed that. He's been with the Eagles for, 14 years? Pitch on the way, and there's a long foul ball that goes into the trees. Graham is 36. Won 2 Super Bowls, of course, with the Eagles. Played from 2010 to 2014. Yeah, 14 years. The pitch from David Bednar, and it's a called strike. Bednar was the closer for the Pirates for a while. Then came Aroldis Chapman last year. Now Chapman is on the Red Sox, I'm pretty sure. 1-2 is chopped foul to Garrett Stubbs. Top of the 5th inning, Bednar with 6 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the windup in the pitch, swing and a miss at 96 miles per hour on the gun. Bednar had 80 strikeouts in 67 innings, along with a 2.0 whip back in 2023. Last year, though, different story. Had a 3-8 record, a 5.77 ERA, and just 58 strikeouts in 57 2/3. Gave up a total of 37 earned runs, which was a career high. He only gave up 15 earned runs for 3 straight years. Arroyo's up to bat, and he pulls this one over towards the third base side, and it's a fair ball, but it's grounded out. It's a 5-3 ground out. Oh, Brandon Graham. Hate that guy. Hate Chapman. Are Taiwan Walker's initials in Spanish BG? Please say yes. One up pitch. Nets taken downstairs for ball 2. Scott just admitted he was on RB's stream last night, and he was spreading vicious JJ rumors. It's a hobby of mine, he says. The pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. What'd you say? What really is there to say? 2-1, and that's a 5 for ball 3. I gotta hear this. This is interesting. 3-1 delivery, and there's a called strike on the upper third of the zone. Oh, boy. What did you say? I'm a Rockets fan. It's a crazy... I forgot you're a Houston Rockets fan. They, honestly, learned a lot about them last night. 3-2 pitch, and there's a called strike 3 on the inside corner, and David Bednar shuts the door in the top of the 5th, and it's time to go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Phils at Lacombe Park. Yeah, the Rockets really played down to the Sixers last night. Scott's an evil genius. What'd you say? What did you say? A lot of viewers being terrible, man. So happy that they are good again. After Harden left, we've been awful. It's fair. Alperen Şengün didn't even have a good night last night up until really overtime. I mean, the organization did what they had to do, the Sixers, but that was such a wonky game. It was very competitive, and I love the Sixers for being able to put up that many points without a center last night. They didn't have a center. Their tallest guy was 6 feet 7 inches tall last night. They didn't have a center. And yet they went toe-to-toe with the Rockets. Why is Miami St. Louis score on the screen? Oh, sorry. Thanks for letting me know about that. That's a very good question. It was just your imagination. See, it disappeared. Very good question. Thanks for telling me. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. This is how you know we're still waking up. Oscar Marin, the pitching coach for the Pirates, is on the headsets. Sanchez still pitching. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. What's up, JJ? We overslept, D. But how are you? There you go. Gremlins. Yes. 1-2 pitch, and that's down and inside for ball 2. Did you make it yet? Did you make it over yet? 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Sanchez gets a strikeout. Nice. Cha-ching. And there's 1 away. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. I probably should look at the vertical to see if anybody's chatting on there. I don't want to ignore anybody. Sorry about that. Excuse. I'm in beautiful Clearwater Beach having lunch. Love it. Fleekable's here. What's going on, man? How are you? I see you over on the vertical. What's going on, my friend? 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez on the hill. The windup and the pitch. And there's a foul ball. Clearwater. Clearwater. Water or water? Oh, boy. Is there a way you can merge both chats into one? Don't know. Part I don't know. I haven't gotten the courage to figure that out yet. 1-2, and that's popped up, hit out over towards shallow left field. And on the run to make the grab is the left fielder for the Phillies, and that is Max Kepler. So Joshua Palacios pops out to left field. I'm still laughing because Quentin Grimes had such a great game last night, but I still will never understand how he threw the ball away, like in the fourth quarter. and then, like, we foul you guys. I don't know why we foul you, but we do. And you guys needed to intentionally miss the second free throw, and you did, and you executed it perfectly. It's just really weird. And then you got your 2 points that way to tie it. What a bizarre game. The pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. And right on the track is Max Kepler, and he has enough room to make the catch. And the inning is over. It's time to go to the top of the sixth. It's 1-0 Phils against the Pittsburgh Pirates. What a game. That was like one of the... I think RB said it last night when I tuned in. He said that was one of their best losses in franchise history. That was a wild game. Max says, I can't believe we came back. It was a very entertaining game. And I am sad, not going to lie, because I don't think we're going to be able to keep Quentin Grimes. Now, he's a restricted free agent, so basically we can match anybody's offer, but remember when that happened a couple of years ago to Paul Reed? He was a restricted free agent, and the Sixers did match Utah's offer for him, but the Sixers held on. So we're either keeping Yabu or Quentin Grimes, and I don't know. If I were to choose one over the other, I said Yabu before. I still probably would stick to Yabu because he's the better fit, and we need more forwards that can catch and shoot with Joel next year. But I like... emotions, though, tell me because Quentin Grimes could still be coming off the bench. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to say goodbye to one of them. It really is. The bench next year, though, looks so deep. Get rid of PG, then we can keep both. Sounds simple. Where are we getting? Where's he going? Where's he going? Is he going to Washington? Is he going to Charlotte? Where's he going? Who's taking on his contract? The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Would you consider getting rid of PG and the pick if we get a top 3 pick? Because I think that would be interesting. 0-1 pitch, and there's a foul ball. Our man Kyle Nicholas is on the mound. 26 years old from Massillon, Ohio. 0-2 is down for a ball. Marshall's hitting .241, but the 421 on-base percentage this spring must have a ton of walks. Yeah, he has. I don't know if you've heard like some of the at-bats, like he's gone 0 for 1 with 2 walks a couple of times. He's definitely been walking more, especially against lefties, which has been good. I just come up with the idea, but JJ, I need you to fill in the details. That's your job. Even though you didn't say it's my job. I had to add that little extra pizzazz on the end. I got to do the dirty work. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And nobody aboard here in the top of the 6th. Nobody out either. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive base hit out to left field. And good by Brandon Marsh to be able to go the opposite way. And for him to do it against Kyle Nicholas, right-handed pitcher, pretty good. Always have to make sure I mention who or what type of pitcher it is, because, again, this guy struggled against lefties last year. It's good. The team needs to walk more. Yeah. I need to walk more. Actually, as a matter of fact, I need to jog more. Excuse me, now Brandon Marsh is up to bat. It was Carson DeMartini that was up. Don't know why it said that Marsh was up, and I wasn't even looking at the beard. The beard easily would have given it away. So Marsh is batting against the Golden Bat rule now. Just kidding. 2-0 pitch, and there's a foul ball. Speaking of Golden Bat rule, what are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts about a potential Golden Bat rule? The 2-1 offering, and that is up high for ball 3. What are your thoughts about a potential Golden Bat rule? Three-one pitch to Marsh, and there's the walk that we know. All right, so back-to-back base runners for the Phillies with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. All right, let's go. Well, it's not playing again. Great. Beautiful. It was working fine before. Pitch, and there's a called strike. Oh, now it's just the pedal that's not working. 0-1 to Casty. Line drive knocked down off of the shortstop's glove. And coming on in to score is DeMartini. It's going to be an RBI infield single as Marsh stops at second. And the Phillies now lead it 2-0. Let's go. Now it's just the music that doesn't want to play. Weird. Huh. None of the other stuff we're playing before. But now it's the music that doesn't want to play. The pitch over to Max Kepler, and it's taken for a ball. MLB is thinking about making a Golden Bat rule, though. I'm being serious for those of you that actually didn't know. 1-0 pitch, and that's lined out over to right field, and rounding third base and staying put at third is Brandon Marsh. And so bases are now loaded for the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, so let's pull up the files. Too bad the music's not working. Okay. Martini. I like that. That's cute. Let's just make up a brand new ridiculous sport. It would no longer be baseball, says Larry. I'm out. I think it would be interesting. I do. I would try it. See how it works in the minors. The pitch, and that's taken down low and away for a ball. I wouldn't be opposed to not trying it, but like, you know, if there's bases loaded and there's 2 outs and you don't want somebody else up and you want to put Bryce Harper up, that might be interesting. I don't even like the ABS system, says Georgia. You don't like the ABS system? Really? Huh. 1-0, and there's a line drive foul ball. Sosa smoked that thing. One to Sosa. There's a called strike. So what? So you don't think that there should be a challenge system for balls and strikes? Or do you think that there should be and you just don't like the way that the ABS system is next? 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and then Mundo Sosa strikes out with the bases loaded. What's next? Do-overs? Yeah, there's a fine line. That's a good way to put it. Was it a swing or not a swing? The pitch on the way, ground ball hit over towards second base. The flip over to shortstop. There's one to throw to first in time, and a 4-6-3 double play is what ends the inning. And we've played 5.5 and go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Phils. They get another run on an RBI infield single. Larry's coming in hot with the stats today. Sosa slashing 324, 378, 500. Yeah. Look, eye test is telling me that Edmundo Sosa should be playing. That he should be playing more. Okay? Am I telling you that he's better than Trey Turner? No. But I think that he deserves a spot. He deserves a shot out there. At least give him more at-bats. Brandon Marsh, has he had a good spring training? Yes. Has Rincones had a good spring training? First half of spring training was good. Second half, he's cooled off a little bit. The guy that's had the best spring training, though, without a doubt, is Jose Alvarado. Jordan Romano's had a very good spring training, pitching-wise. This bullpen's looking very good so far. Larry says, I don't watch Little League Baseball. So if there's 2 outs, like in the bottom of the 10th, and you have bases loaded, right? You need a couple of runs. And Harper didn't bat. You wouldn't want Harper up in that situation? Or are you just saying that in general, do you think, of course you would want Harper up in that situation, but do you think that because of this rule, it makes it not as enjoyable? Is that what you're trying to say? Alvarado is going to pitch now for the Phils as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Don't know why ESPN scorebot is frozen. That's basically cheating, says Georgia. Well, it's not cheating because everybody else is doing it, and it's a rule now that's in play. That's allowed. But I guess I get what you're saying. It's not technically cheating because even though I think that when you cheat, you go against the rules. Like cheating is what the Astros did. But I guess maybe you could make the argument that MLB is basically allowing you to cheat. Pitch, it's grounded over towards shortstop. Sosa has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time. Interesting. It's 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And Tommy Pham is up to bat, and the pitch is inside, way inside for a ball. I'm not even telling you that I'm for it or against it. I'm just curious to hear, what your initial thoughts are about it. Just like, I don't think a lot of us enjoyed the pitch clock idea. But the pitch clock, to a lot of people, has actually been a very good thing. But then there's things that haven't been so good about the sport that I don't like, and that is the ghost runner. Thought it would be good to try that first, and I don't like it. 1-1 pitch, and there's a strike 2. I'm not a fan of the ghost runners. One-two pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a miss, and Alvarado goes with a cut fastball at 95 and gets the batter to chase. Sorry that ESPN's not working right now, but there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning with nobody on. How about an NFL rule? It's 10 seconds left. You're down by 5 on your own 10-yard line. You can just move the ball to your opponent's 10-yard line just this once. Would we put up with that? I don't know if that's the same. Because then you're moving the goal. Aha. I see what you're saying. Baseball is basically allowing them to move the goalpost. And so that, I guess, would that really be the equivalent of that? It's probably a close thing to it. 0-2 pitch on the way, and that's taken high for a ball. Interesting. 1-2 pitch. And there's a one-hopper hit over towards second base. That was at 101, by the way, from Alvarado. And the ground out is successful as Bart grounds out to second. And the inning is over. All right. So we go to the top of the 7th. I wonder if you could use a person who is already on base to bat, or would that not be allowed? Yeah, I think that the rule would say that they would not allow for that to happen. They would have had to, they'd have to not be on base. The golden bat rule is a gimmick, and it's hokey. It's interesting. Those are minor tweaks compared to the golden bat rule. It doesn't fundamentally change the game, says Larry. Yeah, but you're sort of, when you kind of think about it, you're bending the rules. I've been for the idea of teams getting redemption, like it's extra innings when it goes to overtime and the team scores first. I've been for that idea for football just because I think that it's a different time now. And I think that when it comes to watching the game, I think that more people would actually enjoy that. Some people would probably not like it if it was during the regular season, but I'm just saying for a touchdown or any type of a score, not just a field goal. 50 watching, only 29 likes. Come on, man. The golden bat rule makes it a totally different game. It does. It changes everything. It really does. The pitch clock is like the NFL changing the rule that going out of bounds doesn't stop the clock until you're under 2 minutes. And then it's under 6 minutes for the fourth quarter, right? It's under 6 for the fourth and 2 minutes for the second. But the NFL always didn't even have a 2-minute warning either. Well, that's not the same. That's just a different type of a rule. Comes Stubbs, and he hits this one out over towards center field. It'll stay in the yard, and the catch is made on the very first pitch. Michael, what are your thoughts about a potential golden bat rule? Birch Smith is going to pitch for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Went 56 in the third last year and had a 4.95 ERA. Opponents hit .288 against him. It's Christian Arroyo who's up to bat now. 1 out and the pitch. There's a called strike on the outside corner. I guess that the DH is here to stay. Yeah. There's strategy behind it. Pitch, and there's a called strike. I like the DH, the universal DH, because I think that it gives more players jobs. Kyle Schwarber would not be here if it weren't for a DH. Bryce Harper would have actually had to miss the season during that 1 year if it weren't for the DH spot, and I think that that was kind of cool. 0-2 pitch, and there's a called strike 3 for out number 2. But hold your horses. They're going to use the ABS system, and the pitch is high. So it's a 1-2 count, and Arroyo stays alive. 1-2 delivery, and there's a line drive base hit out to right field. Played on a bounce by the right fielder, Brian Reynolds. And a 1-out single puts Arroyo on over at first. Does baseball suck so bad that it needs this fundamental change? Nope. Not at all. Pitch, and there's a ground ball past the dive of the second baseman into center field. Rounding second is Arroyo. He'll head on over to third base, and that puts runners at the corners with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. There's a timeout called real quick. And now Smith is going to face Verdugo with runners at the corners. The pitch to Verdugo. There's a called strike. Michael says, I don't really like the idea. We got a subscriber. Thank you. 70 more till we get to 5K. And we are 9 days away. 0-1 delivery, foul ball. 70 more to 5K, baby. How about if you're losing in the 9th, foul balls count as home runs, then why do it? I don't know. Don't yell at me. I'm just curious. 0-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss, and there's out number 2. I'm just curious. That's all. I know that you're not yelling. It's all fun and games. There's 2 away. But no, I don't know. I would just be curious to see how it would be implemented, and I think that at least baseball has a minor league system where they could try it out and see how it goes. Why not try it? It's like during the G League, or when they were experimenting the one free throw that was worth 2 points. I didn't like it, but I'm happy that they tried it out in the G League. They tried it for like a lot of years, and it ended up not being a thing in the NBA. The pitch, and that's taken down for a ball. I don't think that they're still implementing that rule this year. So it's like one free throw is worth the amount of points that you attempted. So if you attempted a 3, that would be one free throw that was worth 3 points. If it was a 2, it would be one free throw that was worth 2 points. Two balls, one strike, with runners on over at the corners. And the pitch. And there is a ball. It's taken downstairs for ball 3. So that makes the count now 3-1. Marsh got on with a walk his last time up. 3-1 pitch. And he just takes it on the outside edge for strike 2. If you're down in the 9th, strikeouts are walks, and walks are now home runs. Okay. I get it. Point valid. I get it. 3-2 pitch. That's taken high and away for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. There's 2 outs. Don't need to try it if we already know that it will ruin the game rather than enhance it. So then what about the ghost runner? They tried that. Do you think that was a bad move for MLB2? Just out of curiosity. Pitch, and there's a called strike. They got bases juiced here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs and the pitch, and that's up high for a ball. One ball, one strike. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 delivery, and there's another foul ball. They should get rid of the ghost runner 100%. Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you. 1-2 pitch, and that's up high for ball 2. Actually, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say they should get rid of the ghost runner. However, if it goes to the 16th inning, then they should bring it. 2-2 pitch, and there's a called strike 3. I take back what I said. I take it back. No ghost runners in October makes no sense. So the inning is over, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It is 2-0 Phils. I take back what I said. Our schedule is out. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. Tomorrow we got a triple header. We got Game 2 of the Tokyo series. And then we have the Phillies on in the afternoon. And at nighttime, we got the Sixers. 69 subs away. Let's get it. I might sound a little bit tired today. I was late. To stream today, unfortunately. I overslept and forgot to set. I put on the snooze, which has never happened to me before. I don't think it happened once. opposite. Only use the ghost runner if you get past, say, the 12th inning. I understand that you don't want it to linger on and on and on. But I don't know. I'm still waking up. If you can tell, I'm still waking up. Orion Kirkering is going to pitch. Pitched in 64 games last year. Go to bed early tonight, JJ. Yeah, I will. Last night I just had other stuff to do. I'm usually good. I'm usually on time. I show up to everything. I was just working really hard. And last night it slipped, and it happens. That's called being a human being. No balls, 1 strike. But it won't happen. Again. We're going to challenge this and use the ABS system. And it's inside for a ball. What's up, really, Nick? How have you been? Did you change your name, my friend? It's been a while, he says. Did you change your name on YouTube? Did you change your profile name? 1-2 pitch, and that's taken down for a ball. I hope all is well with you too, man. 2-2 pitch from Orion, swing and a miss. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 7th. So McCutcheon does strike out swinging. That was on 5 pitches. If there were to be a rule change in the sport, let me ask you this. Just hypothetically, if you could change one rule about baseball besides the ghost runner stuff, what rule would you implement? If you were to add one rule, I'm sorry. Can't speak. If you were to add one rule for the game of baseball, what would it be? Is the question. 0-2 pitch. That is hit out over towards shallow left center field. Marsh shields the sun with his glove, and he's there to grab it for out number 2. Almost lost it in the lights. There's 2 away. If there were any rules that you could implement into the game of baseball, what would one be? Pitch, and that's taken for a ball. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch is taken at the kneecaps for a strike. ABS system on all pitches, get the calls correct. Okay, but then how would you do that if I remember that you said that you didn't like the way that the ABS system was being used because you have replay, and instead you said that they should just go to that they should just have robotic umps rather than just going to the monitor and having to take some time away. So would you have a robotic ump behind the plate? Next pitch, and that is just foul. Could have changed your name to Harry Pauls. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Adam Frazier, and there's a foul ball back over towards the screen. How would your rule work? Is, I guess, the best way I could put it. So you would just have like a robotic umpire. The pitch. And there's a line drive, base hit out over to right field by Adam Frazier. The thing was scorched out to right. Fixed the outfield walls in Boston, Chicago, and some older park pads. With them things, please. Huh. That's what you would do. Interesting. I personally like it because it makes, I don't know, like there's some sort of history behind it. And it adds scenery. I don't know. But that's interesting. That's a rule that you would change. But I'm asking if there's a rule that you would add. Well, I guess that is adding a rule. Make sure that the parks are padded. Okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Isaiah Kiner Falefa is up to bat. He's the tying run. Adam Frazier is on over at first. Carson Taylor's covering the bag and the 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled off of the mask of the home plate umpire. Human umpire to call safe and out at home plate. Scoreboard behind the plate that shows strike or ball. Okay. Good way to put it. Two. That's outside and low for a ball. Really, Nick says, I would do a home run derby tiebreaker for games beyond the 12th. So it would be like a shootout, right? It would be like a hockey shootout or a soccer shootout. Instead, you would have a home run shootout. That's interesting. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch, and that is called ball 4, and Orion Kirkering is going to challenge this. And I think he may have a case here. That's a strike. That is a strike. Just got a little bit of the baseball on that strike zone, and the inning is over. Good challenge used by Orion, and we played 7 innings and head to the 8th inning. 2-0 Phils. Okay. What's going on, JJ? My rule would be no matter what the score is, the New York Mets get a loss for every game that they play. Yeah, I don't think that there's any bias in that. I don't think so. At that point, Mets fans would just not be happy. I'm sure that they would be thrilled about that rule. They already got rid of blocking the plate. Yeah, so I don't understand. There's not really like a standard rule with blocking the plate. I know what it basically is, right? But when the Marlins had Stanton make a beautiful throw out over the home plate, this was like years and years ago, and I was listening to the broadcasters talk about it. It was a great throw, and the catcher didn't really have any sort of place to go because he was drawn to the throw, and yet they said the Yankees challenged it, or the Dodgers challenged it, or whoever they played. They challenged it, and they called the catcher for blocking the plate, even though he was specifically guided to the throw. I've never understood why they've never really, if they've made it clear, like why would they challenge why would that play be overturned? The pitch, and there's a called strike. Make the mascots bad at some point. Get rid of the blocking the plate rule. I figured that. PAS. Oh, yeah. Don't upset PAS and his Mets on here. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm sure that we would be thrilled if we had an automatic loss for every single one of our games. I'm sure that's what Mets fans are saying to us. We'd be absolutely thrilled about that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And there's a foul ball. Anytime a foul ball is hit, it doesn't count as a strike. Anywhere you hit a ball, it's fair. I'd like to have like an ultimate baseball thing where even if you hit a foul ball, it's a fair ball, and you have to run over to first, and like the players have to actually go into the stands to get the foul balls and take them from the fans. Just kidding, I wouldn't really like that. But it would be interesting for sure. The pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. Ramos is pitching. Schwarber in the Fanatic outfit. You have to have the mascot's bat. That's cricket, says Eric. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Again, I'm still waking up. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But instead, you have a wicket, though. You don't use a wooden bat, and you don't do it with a baseball. So there's a difference there. The pitches aren't coming. I mean, some of these the pitches that they throw are fast, but it's a different wind-up. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. And there's a called strike. It still technically is a little bit different, though, because you're not using a wicket. You're not using a paddle. You know? PAS says, wow. Yeah. Imagine if we got penciled in for every single loss. If the shoes were on the other feet. 3 balls, 1 strike in the pitch, and that is chopped over towards the right side. The second baseman has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time. Georgia says, yeah, you can bounce the ball. Yeah, it'd be like throwing what they call a splitter in Wii Sports. They can bounce the pitch. Neil says, if I could make one rule change, it would be if you have home field advantage, you have to just play at the team's park. I'm still waking up. God darn it. God darn it, Neil. 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. Net's way outside. Oh, my gosh. Really? I really fell for that. But there are cases like, you know, the Cubs aren't the home team, but yet they're playing out in Tokyo, so I guess it's really not that stupid when you think about it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 8th, and there's 2 outs. And the pitch, and that's inside and low for ball 3. If you're the away team, you have to play in the away team's, or you have to play in the away team's home park would also be interesting as a rule. That's what I thought you were saying, and then I realized, oh, well, this is already a rule. 3-1 pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. No, says Georgia fan. A good rule to add would the winning team gets to pie the losers in the face. And if they don't, they get fined. The pitch, and there is a called strike. If they don't do it, they get fined. The pitch. There's a rocket hit out over to right field, but it hits the foul ball netting. We need 69 more subscribers for us to get to 5K, baby. And we are 9 days away from opening day. And we're not going down without a fight. Pitch to Stubbs. He grounds this one over towards the right side. Second baseman has it, throws it over to first. And it's in time for out number 3. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still 2-0 Phils. Let them fight like hockey type rules. Can we bring back the managers, the angry managers like the Lou Pinellas and the Bobby Coxes? It's so good. I think that it was so good for the game. Some people didn't like it, but I like those types of things because it adds emotion. And if we're going to add more technology to the game, there needs to also be some emotion to it as well. Now, here's the other question. Okay. We were talking about adding rules. Besides the ghost runner, or maybe the 3-batter rule or whatever it is, what rule would you get rid of besides the ghost runner? Have managers argue just for fun. When a pitcher hits a bird while pitching, that team wins automatically. But when a batter hits the bird, then they lose. The batting team loses. That's funny. I added the batting team. The pitch on the way, and there's a strike called at the bottom of the knees. Orion's going to pitch again. Managers just argue for fun. 68 more subs. Thank you so much, whoever just subscribed to the channel. I appreciate that. Have the mascot become the ghost runner. When managers argue, they have to arm wrestle it out. But when the players argue, they have to go into a boxing rink. 0-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss with 1 out. Ji-Wan Bae was up to bat, and he just struck out. So I have notes that I have to make sure that I check my sound effects and figure out which ones aren't playing and why they aren't playing. Orion Kirkering, his day is done. That's it for him. He pitched well again. Larry, I think you're right. This bullpen looks scary good. If you hit a batter, you're banned for life. If your name is Taiwan Walker, you can be cut and lose all your guaranteed money. Oh, but Larry, he's only a number 5 starter. I'm not just mocking you. I'm mocking myself too, because we were defending that guy for so long, and yet that guy did such a disservice to us. But to his credit, I must admit, he's been pitching average. The Phillies just don't need him right now. For all that money. Pitching average, on that type of a contract is not what we paid you for. He's our number 8 star. Mascots are the ghost runner. Mascots are the zombie runners. If the batter... Here's one. If the batter hits a one hopper... Or sorry, if the batter hits a ground ball and the fielder plays it on a bounce, you're out. Devin Sweet's going to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He actually pitched well his last time out there. And he throws a strike. This is Cook who's up to bat. 0-1 pitch, strike 2. This was interesting. This was really good content today. I wanted this to be more so discussion based of a cast here. This was a very good one. This is a good chat, folks. This was a really good chat. You could make the playoffs with him as your number 5 starter, to be honest with you. You could. Send Andrew Painter to the bullpen as soon as he comes back. 0-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And there is out number 2. Okay, in all seriousness, does any... Actually... Okay, I want to save that story for a little bit later. Devin Sweet's going to pitch. I really wanted to know, and I'm going to look this up now. Spencer Turnbull. Is he still on the Phillies roster? Or did the Phillies let him go? Pitch. It's no balls, 1 strike. What actually happened to Spencer Turnbull is really what I wanted to know. Where will Spencer Turnbull sign? This was 2 weeks ago. So he's still a free agent? That's kind of sad. I feel bad for the guy. He pitched really well. Hopefully he gets signed before the start of the regular season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. And that's rolled foul. Two outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's 1 ball and 2 strikes. No one cares. I mean, Turnbull was pitching really well for the Phillies last year. And I feel bad for the guy. For him to get his season cut short like that, I do. I feel bad for him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, and the pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. I would take Turnbull back. Over Taiwan Walker. I take him over Michael Mercado. I take him over Tyler Phillips. 3-2 pitch. Nets outside for ball 4. Turnbull would have a job if he threw a no-hitter like Lorenzen did, says Larry. Well, that's a shame. He was pitching really well for us last year. We had at one point we called the starting 5 of the 5 aces Or at least I did. Because Turnbull had 4 outings in a row where he didn't even allow a run. 0-2 pitch. That's taken inside for a ball. Sweets is kind of wild. 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. Bottom of the 8th, tying run up to bat. Devin Sweet gets set at the letters again. And the 0-2 delivery, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. It'll stay in the yard. And the right fielder's there, and he'll make the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 man left. And we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies up 2-0 against the Bucks. Stanley says, thanks for the other scores. Yeah. I'm happy that somebody commented about that, because usually we don't get a lot of comments about that, and people usually ask, well, what's the score of this game? And what's the score of this game? And of course, I repeat scores, and I do that. But I like to have it there as a visual just for that reason. But I also understand, too, that some people have a hard time seeing certain things. And I get that, but it is there. And I'm just trying to say that I'm actually thankful that you acknowledge that. So thank you. Folks, does Brandon Graham's jersey deserve to be retired? Personally, I don't think that there should be another 55 in Philadelphia. That guy gave his blood, sweat, and tears to the city. And I do think that they should retire his number. We will always remember him for the final play. Or for that strip sack that he had on Tom Brady. David says, I think it should. I do too. So the Dodgers won 4-1 in Japan. Is the start of the regular season? Yes. And we're going to be covering that game again tomorrow. It's the Tokyo series. That's how MLB is kicking off the regular season. Opening day is not until the 27th, though, of March. But yes. The pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Wasn't Bill, though, a dirty player? I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, but this is nothing to do with the jersey. Speaking of 55, Larry said in the chat for our audio listeners that he said, didn't Bill Burgee wear 55? Should have retired it for him. But I'm just curious, wasn't he known as a dirty player? Stanley says, thanks. Yeah, man. Trent Farquhar is going to pitch. His aunt was on here in the chat the other day. 2-1 pitch. There's a bouncing ball that's foul. Shout out to Trent Farquhar's aunt. If you're still tuning in. Why is the Tokyo series so early? Well, they did it last year when they played in Seoul. Everybody asks the same thing. Why is it so early? Why does the regular season start early? It used to never start until April. That's the question I have. Tokyo is early because of all the travel. Why is the Tokyo series, why does it start so early? Yeah, because it's 8 o'clock there. But if you're talking about date-wise, I don't know. I didn't make the schedule. Payoff pitch to Trent Farquhar, swing and a miss. And there's 1 out in the top of the 9th. David says Bill was 66. What? No, no more so than everyone was kind of dirty back then. Bergie had a very respectable reputation. The date, not the time. I don't know. They did it last year too. 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. One delivery. That is a swing and a miss. And the pitch on the way, in the air, hit out over towards deep left field. Cook looks at the track, but he also is there to make the catch. Took his eyes off the ball for a quick second, and then was actually still able to glance back and find where the ball was. That was actually kind of impressive, not going to lie. There's 2 away. Now it's Matt Kroon up to bat. And he takes the first pitch for a called strike. One ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 9th. Bergie was 66, not 55, says Eric. Interesting. The 1-2 delivery. Ground ball. Hit over towards third base. And the throw over to first is in time. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is 2-0 Philadelphia. Time that we start, we started a little bit late. We were on around 2, right? Like 142. I'm trying to figure out why does... I want to answer your question, mate. Why does Tokyo Series start early? Why does Tokyo Series start before opening day? Why does International Baseball Series start early before opening day? So yeah, last year they did it in Seoul. And then in 2019, it was Mariners versus A's. The season opener was historic for more than just its location. The 2 games were also Ichiro Suzuki's last in the big leagues. I didn't realize that. The Dodgers played the Diamondbacks in Sydney, Australia to start off the MLB season then. So it's not like that this hasn't occurred before. A's played the Mariners in Tokyo in 2012. Start off the season there. So they've done this a lot of times. Like the Rays played the Yankees back in 2004, also in Tokyo. The first international series that they had for opening day that started in March was in 2000, where the Mets played the Cubs. We're in the bottom of the ninth. 2-0 Phils. The pitch, ground ball up the middle for a base hit, and Devin Sweet does allow a single. But you know why they do it? I bet you I know why. Okay, because of the traveling, right? The media, I think Shibby's right. The traveling, the media coverage, and all that type of stuff. You got to spend time away. You fly internationally. It's a whole hassle. That's why they do it early. Plus, you got to make sure that the stadiums are all set up. There's a lot of work that goes into it beforehand, just to get the game covered over there. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch to DJ Stewart is taken off the plate for ball 2. Yeah, the Mets and the Cubs played back in 2000. That was on March 29th and on March 30th. Mike Piazza actually went 2 for 4, and Sammy Sosa went 2 for 3 and reached base 4 times. The pitch on the way, line drive, base hit out over towards the right field corner. This is probably going to get a run home. It most certainly will. And there's an RBI double to make it a 2-1 ball game as Devin Sweet gives up a big base hit to DJ Stewart. Like the Phillies and the Mets last year, I think that they had 3 days before and a day or 2 after when they were in London. Yeah, but also, I don't know when Japan, I don't know when Japan, I don't know what their schedule is, so they had to sort this out before as well. So that's probably why they schedule it out early. Which kind of makes sense if you really think about it. Did whatchamacallit leave as I was trying to figure this stuff out and answer the question for him? Oh, no. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is down for ball 2. So there's no outs. And by the way, the runner from first did not score. Looked like he was rounding third and he was coming on in. Pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. On the run to make the catch is Kroon, and he slips just a little bit. Throw is drawn on over the second base, and it's now a 2-1 ball game as York gets himself a sac fly. It's a 1-run game in the bottom of the 9th. Plus the runner from second did tag up and did go on over to third base. It's almost bedtime for JJ. He has been doing the hard yards, everyone, and deserves a clap. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Take an elbow cough, JJ emoji, and thank JJ. That's very nice. Thank you, man. I do this for y'all, man. 0-1. Line drive hit out towards center field, and on the run to make the catch is the center fielder. The runner from third will tag up. The throw to the plate is not in time. And, well, we're tied up 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th. As Sweet blows the save. I'm not going to lie, I'm getting kind of annoyed with this whole, if a guy pitches the 8th inning like a rookie pitcher or somebody that's been in the minors, like having him pitch the 9th and just giving up runs like that, it is kind of annoying. We will have a pitch and change, and Devin Sweet this afternoon is done. The Dodgers and Cubs will come back to the U.S. and play more spring games. Yes. They did that last year, too. I remember. Yes. I do remember that. Not very sweet, says Larry. It's not the first time he said that either. Do y'all remember Mike Sweeney? Where's he at? When did he retire? Mike Sweeney. He's 51. Holy cow. When did he retire? He retired after he played for the Phillies. Huh. March 11th. Interesting. Of 2010. Mike Sweeney. Played for the Royals, right? Yeah, and he spent the last year of his career with the Phillies. He's in the Royals Wall of Fame. I miss Randy Wolf. I miss John Lieber. I caught the very end of his career. Also remember the names Sal Fasano and David DeLucci. No balls, one strike. Bottom of the ninth. Hecka is going to pitch for the Phils. He's a sidearm pitcher. And the pitch on the way, and there's a fly ball. Hit out over towards deep left field. It's carrying, and that is gone. The Pirates come back and beat the Phillies by a final score of 3-2. And, of course, that's how the game ends, and the Phillies lose. Just crazy. Am I mad about it? No. It is just annoying, though, when we're putting in all these rookies to pitch in the ninth inning. I just think it's kind of weird. That thing was right down the middle, too. And again, I know during the regular season that stuff's not going to happen, but it's just annoying as a fan to watch that. How can you not be annoyed about that? You lose a 2-0 lead, and all of a sudden that happens. There's a Marsh group that wears long, wet wigs. What are they called? The Martians? Gone and walk off. Thanks, JJ. Back to work for me. Yeah. David DeLucci. Randall Simon. Another former Philly. And Russell Branyan. Russell Branyan. I remember catching the latter part of his career. Russell Branyan. Shout out to Russell Branyan. I do remember that guy. Came off the bench and was a very good player. Had a lot of pop in the bat. Never thought that I would remember that name now, but I do. There was one other guy I was thinking of. Not Randy Wolf, not John Lieber. There was one other person. It does happen, David. It does. There was one other person. Now I can't remember. Oh, yeah, Sal Fasano. Sal Fasano. That was the other one. All these unsung heroes. Shout out to all of them. When did Randall retire? Chase Utley. Well, that's a big name. Yeah. Yeah. When did Randall Simon retire? Randall's now 49 years old. Randall played with the Braves, the Tigers, the Pirates, the Cubs. He retired after he played for the Phillies. It's weird how a lot of these people retire after they played for the Philadelphia Phillies. And Sal Fowl. or Sal Fasano. Sal was all over. He played with the Royals from 96 to 99, and then he just got moved around. And then he became a coach. I didn't realize this. He's now a coach for the LA Angels. And he was a coach for the Braves for 6 years. Huh. And finally, who was the other person? I said David DeLucci. And then I'm going to go. Right now, I'm just stalling. DeLucci is 51. He only played for the Phillies back in '06. But he played for the Diamondbacks for 5 years. And he was on the Yankees. Then he played for the Rangers. David DeLucci. And finally, one more. Wes Helms. Where is Wes Helms now? 40 likes, baby. Wes Helms actually had a 13-year career. They spent a lot of time with the Braves. And then he was on the Brewers. And he only played with us for 1 year. He actually went to Florida. And then he came to us. And then he played for Florida again for 3 years. All right. Well, catching up on past, or on blast from the past players. Cool. It's fun. Each time I've come on today, it's a final. Yep. That's right. All right. I appreciate you guys for coming on here. Lenny Dexter just popped into my head. Sweet's girlfriend or wife when he gets home. How did it go today, honey? Oh, yeah. Thanks, BAS, for coming on over here. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for helping me getting through the workday. Dude, thanks for stopping by. You're a legend yourself. You're great. All right. Butterfly made it. That means it's time to go. Just kidding. Just kidding. Everybody scatter. We have to end stream. The game is over. It's officially over. And now I'm going to go to bed. Going back to the bed. Back to the drawing board. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow, man. 6:10 a.m. again. Let's do it. And we will definitely get a full night's sleep tonight. One more time, I do apologize for being late today. Butterfly says, thanks a lot. You're welcome. Just kidding. All right, see you soon. Rest up. Yep. All right. Bye, folks. This is the longest outro I think I've ever had in my life. Larry says, let's do this again sometime. Yep. How about tomorrow? All right. Love you guys. Good conversation today, too, in the chat, too. Very easygoing. And, yeah. Laila Tov, good night. I'm done. Okay? I'm officially done. Goodbye.